Alright, so there are a bunch of open world games coming out over the next couple years, and some of them look pretty awesome. I figured I'd put together a quick list of the 10 that seem the most exciting or interesting. If you're into games where you can just explore and do your own thing, there's probably something here you'll want to check out. Kicking off our list at number 10, Assassin's Creed Codename Hex. Ubisoft's next flagship Assassin's Creed project, and it's shaping up to be something very different. The teaser for Hex was a brief, haunting clip. Dead leaves, creepy woodland symbols, and an assassin logo made of twigs hanging from a tree. No flashy historical cities this time, the tone is downright ominous. Ubisoft's Marc Alexis Cote described Hex as a very different type of Assassin's Creed game. If the first trailer is anything to go by, this could be the darkest installment in the series yet. Official details are scarce, but rumors point to a setting during the 16th century witch trials in Central Europe, right in the heart of the Holy Roman Empire. No release date is confirmed, but it's most likely coming out sometime in 2026 or beyond. Coming in at number 9, Death Stranding 2. The original Death Stranding was famous for its unique post-apocalyptic gameplay and truly bizarre story about connecting a fractured world. It was a polarizing game. Some people loved its slow, meditative pace. Others bounced off the whole walking simulator vibe. But it has built a dedicated fanbase, and now Kojima's back to continue the saga with a sequel. From what's been revealed, expect the core open-world exploration to return, but expanded. Kojima has hinted that he wants to address the walking simulator critiques by upping the action and complexity. In fact, one of the newer trailers was more combat-heavy, suggesting the sequel will have a greater focus on combat scenarios. Sliding into the number 8 spot is Fable, the long-awaited reboot of the classic open-world RPG series. It's been over a decade since we last had a proper Fable game, so this one is a pretty big deal. The world of Albion should be fully explorable, filled with quests, quirky characters, monsters, and of course, the option to do silly things like kick chickens. The Fable games were known for letting you make moral choices that affect your character's appearance and the world, and Playground will likely carry that forward in some form. One big upgrade we anticipate is in the graphics and immersion department. With modern hardware, this Fable could be gorgeous and far more detailed than the older titles. Next up at number 7 is Dying Light: The Beast. It is an upcoming standalone expansion in the Dying Light universe, and it has fans especially excited because it brings back the original game's protagonist, Kyle Crane. This project has an interesting history. It was originally envisioned as DLC for Dying Light 2, but it grew in scope and story, and now it's a full standalone game due out in summer 2025. So what's the setup? Kyle Crane, the hero from Dying Light 1, returns as the playable character in The Beast. Zombies will of course be everywhere. The rural setting might introduce new variants, imagine camouflaged, infected in cornfields, or animal-infected hybrids. And since the Baron was experimenting on Crane, perhaps there are special mutants in store. Maybe even the Beast itself is a singular new type of super zombie. Moving on to number 6, we have Arc Raiders, a game that's been in the works for a while and is now on track for a 2025 release. Arc Raiders is a project by Embark Studios, and it's a bit of a genre blender. Initially revealed as a co-op PvE shooter, Arc Raiders has evolved into a multiplayer extraction adventure set on a ravaged future Earth. In simple terms, you and your squad versus the environment and other player teams, all scrambling to complete objectives and escape with loot. The premise is very cool. Earth has been overrun by a mysterious mechanized threat called Ark, basically deadly robots dropping from orbit and roaming the lands. You play as part of a resistance group scrounging for resources in the ruins of civilization while under constant threat from these machines. The aesthetic stands out immediately. It's got a 1980s retro futurism vibe. The trailers feature song choices like a remixed pop track from the 80s, and visuals show scavengers wearing scrappy gear mixed with high-tech gadgets. Keep an eye out for ACR Raiders in 2025. It's carving a niche that stands apart from the usual battle royale or co-op shooter. If the developers nail the balance, this could be the next big thing in the multiplayer shooter space. Sliding into the number 5 spot is The Outer Worlds, Obsidian's satirical sci-fi RPG. The Outer Worlds is getting a full-fledged sequel, and it's shaping up to be an exciting open-world adventure for fans of the original. Players can expect Obsidian's trademark witty writing and player choice, this time on a larger scale with the power of modern hardware. The original Outer Worlds offered hub-like open areas on different planets. Outer Worlds 2 may expand that scope with more seamless exploration. The trailer's tongue-in-cheek narration even joked about how the developers haven't finished the protagonist's design, keeping with the series' irreverent tone. Nonetheless, it showed off improved gunplay, strange alien creatures, and corporate dystopia motifs, all set to a classic rock track. With Obsidian on a hot streak, The Outer Worlds 2 is high on RPG players' radar. Its blend of Fallout-style first-person RPG mechanics with spacefaring adventure and dark humor make it a unique entry in the open-world field for 2025. At number 4, we have a game born from the Minecraft modding community. Hytale is an upcoming open-world sandbox RPG that has amassed a huge following long before release. Hypixel Studios aims to combine the creative freedom of a sandbox block game with the depth of a role-playing adventure. In Hytale, players will be able to explore procedurally generated fantasy lands, battle monsters from skeletons to dragons, build structures block by block, and even create their own mini-games and stories. Essentially, it's Minecraft evolved, with richer RPG elements like quests, bosses, and lore, alongside robust creation tools for the community. The expectation is that Hytale will enter beta or launch in 2025 to 2026, given the latest development updates. Whenever it lands, it could be a genre-defining title for the sandbox open-world scene. Coming in at number 3 is Ghost of Yotei. It is the follow-up to the critically acclaimed Ghost of Tsushima, and it's shaping up to be another must-play samurai epic. Set 329 years after the events of Ghost of Tsushima, in the year 1603, Ghost of Yotei moves the action to the northern island of Ezo. The game's title comes from Mount Yotei, a volcano in that region, and the setting is described as a gothic fantasy take on Japan's rugged north. You can almost feel the chilly mountains and deep forests already. Our runner-up at number 2 is Crimson Desert, an open-world action-adventure RPG that's turning heads with its stunning visuals and ambitious design. Crimson Desert is slated for release in late 2025, and by the looks of it, Pearl Abyss has a monster of an action-adventure in store for us. What's interesting is that this game started as a multiplayer concept, but evolved into a story-driven single-player RPG set in a sprawling medieval fantasy world. In Crimson Desert, you'll explore the continent of Pywell, a war-torn land of knights, mercenaries, and mythical creatures. You play a mercenary named Macduff, leading a band of fighters with their own stories and struggles. The game's trailers have showcased a bit of everything: intense sword combat, colossal boss fights, dungeon delving, and even some unexpected open-world activities like puzzle solving. And finally, our number 1 most anticipated open-world game, Grand Theft Auto 6. You knew it was coming. How could anything else top this list? It's almost hard to grasp the level of hype behind GTA 6. After all, Grand Theft Auto 5 came out in 2013. Many of us literally grew up over the past decade while playing GTA 5. But the time for a new chapter is near. Rockstar Games has officially confirmed that GTA 6 is in development and already released 2 trailers. So far, what do we know about GTA 6? The biggest confirmed detail is the setting. We're heading back to Vice City, baby. In terms of gameplay features, we can only speculate based on Rockstar's track record. Obviously, an expansive open world with tons of side activities is a given. GTA 5 set a high bar with its plethora of missions, random events, and things like golfing, tennis, stock trading, etc. With 6, we might see even more interactive environments. One safe bet: GTA 6 will launch alongside a new iteration of GTA Online, which is a huge part of why GTA 5 stayed popular. So the world might be built with online in mind too. Technically, expect an unprecedented level of detail. Rockstar's last big open world, Red Dead Redemption 2, had mind-blowing realism and systemic detail. If they apply that to a modern city setting, we could be in for the most immersive city sandbox ever created. I'll go do some chores, but if you like the video, make sure to like and comment so I can go full-time making these.